let's see what other people think.
Ooh, Phil, we
Because
got
it's
one
not
more
just
thing.
us.
We got one more thing we got to add after this subject.
Yes, I know. I was just prepping that. That's why.
Okay.
So
All right.
while Charles was cooking, I got that. Yeah, I got
Okay.
that ready. Okay. So guys, stick to the end. We're almost done because you guys are gonna want to stick to the end. That's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm gonna say. Okay. So, let me go back to the video. Okay. So we grabbed some clips from different people on social media reacting to the movie. Pretty much more general audience, not the nerds, the geeks like us that are like breathing this every day, and they're not feeling it. They're just not feeling it, guys. Because what Charles was saying earlier, like we want something else, something more, makes us think a little bit, makes us wonder, question ourselves,
Appreciate it. Thank
is
you.
this my life? Is this, go deep, pretty much.
Something
Go
to
deep.
reflect on.
Identify yourself as, One thing that also, before I show this, one thing that I've noticed also is that because like I said, we were talking earlier about the absolute runs. It's so Zack Snyder because
Appreciate
it's deconstructing everything and starting all over. And I think also that's one of the things why it's been such a success, because in the times that we're in now, we're maybe trying to find that type of dialogue. And okay, this type of version you like, okay, I can relate to this, So they are trying to find, in a way, they're trying to study where's the audience, what type of stories do you guys want coming now, moving forward. Think of it that way. All right.
What is going on with DC? I thought this was supposed to be a new era. Yet, there's so much uncertainty surrounding every other project except Superman. Half of the DCU slate has been delayed, and Matt Reeves' The Batman has been delayed 3 times. You better not cancel that movie. The new Superman movie looks like it was produced by the CW.
Previously on Superman and Lois. Your mom wanted us to move to Smallville.
It's a simpler life.
What does Morgan Edge want with Smallville?
And if the plot leaks for Superman are anything to go by, then it's over for DC. And you know what? Maybe that's okay. Maybe we should be at peace with the fact that there will never be a functional DC universe, especially not under Warner Brothers, because no other company can run an IP this badly.
That was good.
Well, there's so many. There's so many videos. It's just like, it's not just us. That's what we've been trying to tell you. It's not just us.
This film just it does not speak to me, man. It just does not speak to what I want to see. I'm not saying that it can't be seen. This is his vision, and like I said, even when it comes to Gunn, everybody deserves their vision. Come on, they do. I don't care whether you like it or not. They do. But to make that the main continuity of DC, I can't get with that, bro.
I liked the CW reference in the CW Lois and Clark reference in that, because it's so true. Like, I'm looking at this movie and that's the vibe I'm getting, and I'm not taking anything away from Superman and Lois. It was a great show, but it looks like a TV quality movie.
Yeah, Lois and Clark. I mean, Superman and Lois. That Lois and Clark, Superman and Lois. They were TV quality films, but you know what? They've done such a phenomenal job in those shows. The graphics, I'm like, whatever. I can look past all that. They're delivering dialogue. They're delivering emotion. They're delivering that story. I can. That part, I was just like, whatever. It's gonna be CW. CW's gonna CW. You know what I mean?
Like, I wasn't knocking Superman and Lois, but what I'm saying though is that when you are looking at a feature film, you expect something of higher quality, and that's
quality.
Correct. I'm not shitting on Superman and Lois's quality, because for the budget that they had, what they accomplished was phenomenal. It was an excellent. It's an excellent.
Not bad.
Show. Yeah, an excellent show.
Not bad.
But like I said, when it comes to a feature film, if your feature film is resembling a television show, you have an issue. That's not film. It doesn't look like film to me. It looks like TV quality, CW quality, which is why I'm glad I saw that reference in that clip that Phil just played.
Here's another one.
What in the hell is this? What in the hell happened to DC when we had a serious tone? James Gunn is taking DC and running it into the ground with all these jokes. In the new Superman trailer, the city is being destroyed. But you have this one girl here taking a picture. You would think in a serious moment like this, everybody would be trying to get out of the building, but no, she has to take a selfie.
Here comes
This
my
man
part.
in BVS
Right here.
was praying to God to protect him, protect his family, because he knew what was about to come. This was one of Bruce's most trusted employees. Bruce was running to this man, trying to save him, and he couldn't. And this man was just praying and was going to accept whatever fate came to him. But in a serious moment like this, you have this girl just making a joke, James Gunn making a joke out of a serious moment. Not everything needs to be a joke. This isn't Guardians of the Galaxy. I understand that there are going to be jokes in a movie. I completely understand that. But in a serious moment like that, you don't need to be taking pictures. That makes no sense. You should be running for your life. And that's why James Gunn is ruining DC, and he's ruining the Superman character before he even comes out. He's making sure this movie is going to be a box office flop. It doesn't make any sense on why the tones for every single project that James Gunn has done is like this. This is why everything doesn't make any money. People might like the jokes here and there, but everything fails in the box office. The Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, and Superman are all going to fail.
What did I say earlier about
Mhm.
what they were doing? And this is the perfect example. A very realistic thing that a human being would be doing in a situation like that is obviously praying to God for their survival, praying to God that they live. What this movie is doing, it is, and I'm not a crazy religious person, guys, but I'm just calling it as I see it. They are stripping everything that had to do with God or a biblical sense, or you guys get where I'm going with this, but they're stripping all those elements out of these stories and giving you what we're getting now, an unrealistic comic book world. Because that reaction of taking a selfie while buildings around you are crumbling would not come from any human being from our world, from this world.
Well, remember what I said, Rox. Some people, that's and Danny made a very good point. She said that that's the type of world that they want to be taken into. The way I look at things, people think that I look at things cynically, but actually I don't. I look at things stoically. There's a difference. I look at things like, we all know that things aren't going to change unless we change them. I am the type of person that says, yes, show me our fallacies. Yes, show me the wrongdoing. Show me the problems. And then show me how to get out of that problem. Lead me to the light. Lead me to the way of how I can get out of that problem. Whether you're religious or not, that's got nothing to do with it. It's about being a good person, being a good human being.
Morals.
Morals.
Having morals.
Correct.
There you go.
Correct.
Morality.
Having morals. Correct. All right. Which is why Jarrell, I mean, like I said, he killed it. He killed it, man, with his lines. You know, you're giving an idea, the people of Earth an idea to strive towards. And the idea is compassion. The idea is hope. It is treating each other with respect. It is treating each other with kindness. It is being that hero for other people. That is what Kal-El's responsibility as Superman was supposed to be. Jor-El told him as much. Jonathan's job was to show him how to get there. Two fathers, one son.
So I want to show one last video before we go wrap it up and go to our final topic. We were talking about when we were breaking the numbers of all the product placements with the Man of Steel, BBS, with the IHOP, the what was the Turkish airline, I think, on BBS.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. here's an example of product placement.
So this is probably, then I'm assuming this is a scene from the movie.
Oh God, I know what this is.
I
With a milk bone box. Like, oh no, man, is this a sold out Superman film where they're gonna have like Lois Lane just magically hold a cup like this and just take a sip of coffee? Is this what they're gonna do?
look.
The Campbell soup thrown to the back of his head. You know, is it all going to be commercial based? Is that how they're going to make their money back? It's going to be an ad film. Bro,
Look, I don't mind.
Now. This is terrible.
I don't mind product placement in movies as long as it doesn't seem like it's like as long as it's not like distracting in a way. Do you know what I mean? But
Wayne's World all over again, I tell you.
And we know that James Gunn.
It may be the only way. Look, it may be the only way they can make their money back.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think Pepsi, Mountain Dew, whoever the hell, they're paying the studio to put their shit in the movie? Hey, man, can you throw this in here? We'll give you $100 million for it. Okay. That's what's happening here. Because without that, and without the other half of the fandom, what you got? Now, Rox, as a 52-year-old man, I want you to pitch me that Crypto Dog and Mr. Terrific. Pitch it. Go. Sell it to me. Make me want to watch this movie.
All right, Rox. Do it while I prepare the final topic. Go.
Yeah,
okay.
Charles, there's absolutely nothing I can say to pitch that idea to you. You know what?
Right answer.
Listen. If it was done in a realistic sense, like the way Superman and Lois ended, I could accept that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where
right.
You saw how they tied it all up in Superman and Lois, how at the end of his life, you know, he got a dog, blah blah blah, called him Crypto. That I can accept because again, it's a very realistic, grounded take on this character. It's something that I could see happening in the real world with the direction that they chose to close.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that James Gunn is capable of telling a singular character-driven story without an ensemble cast? Do you think he's capable of it? Whether or not he wants to, that's a different story. Can he? Do you think he has the chops to do that?
Yes, because I'm pretty sure he did Brightburn. And
no, he produced Brightburn.
Oh, so he didn't direct that one. Okay, I thought maybe he directed that one. He just produced it. Okay, then I don't know. Then I honestly don't know. And that's what I thought Superman was going to be the test for. But you see how many characters he's had to insert into this movie because I don't think he is capable of telling stories without those big casts.
Well, I made a comment about that, and that's the reason why I asked you. I made a comment about it. So in an article, this comes from an article actually that they were basically saying in the Forbes article that they were worried about the Superman. I put the article in our folder to Phil, by the way. So he's talking about that basically. He's worried about the Superman. Still has his reservations, whatever. And then there's a part where I clipped where he says where he talks about how this is not an ensemble film, and it didn't click on me until just now, or then when I was reading the article that he can't write an ensemble film. I don't think he can. And here's why I say that. Anybody can use the excuse that this is not an ensemble film. All you got to do is change what the story is. I dropped Superman in the middle of a bunch of superheroes. That's basically what he did. So that would work. And that's why Gunn fans are saying, no, this is not cameo porn. No, this is his already established universe. But that's an excuse. The reason he's using that excuse that this is an already established universe is because he cannot write a singular Superman story.
Well, then the Gunn fans would retaliate and say he just doesn't want to tread on the same waters that something like Man of Steel did. But then when you take a look at the trailer, it's like, what do you mean?
It's Man of Steel.
It's Man of Steel and BVS combined into one movie.
Yeah.
So
I can't.
It's man of Batman versus Superman.
Charles.
It's Superman v Crypto. that's
That
that's
too?
what it is.
What's up, Phil?
No, like the article you wanted me to pull from the drive.
Oh, the one that talks. Oh God, hang on a second. Let me look at it. Look in the one that says Lethal Geeks, and it's got 517.
Yeah, I'm there.
that I tagged it 517 because that's all the stuff that I wanted to go over.
Yeah,
and it's in there. It's just a square, but basically it talks about him.
Finish up, Charles. Go ahead.
Yeah, it basically talks about him saying that that it's not an ensemble film, and I basically said yes, it is, because he's incapable of writing a singular film. He can't write a Superman origin story or a film about just Superman. He's got to throw other characters in there. They have to be the sort of the bulkhead holding up basically this story is not it seems like it's about Superman, but is it really about Superman? Do you get that feeling that it's about him?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah.
Like you're inserting yourself too much, James. Come on, man.
He's supposed to be talking about Corn Sweat and what Corn Sweat brings to the role, what Corn Sweat's idea of Superman is, what he's looking for in Superman. He should be talking about them. And he keeps saying, I. Ozu the dog. My dog is Crypto.
It's just, listen, like, I can't find the thing. All right, whatever, never mind. I got the item ready. I'll just say this, like James, we all got problems. We all got issues. Okay? We're not perfect. Do we want to if okay, so you said, we saw the video. You said that you were inspired by Zack Snyder when he did when you guys did Dawn of the Dead. Okay? And it's okay to learn from other artists and make your own stuff. But
That's
dude,
okay.
I'm sorry. What you're doing here is just a complete copycat, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's one comment I wanted to highlight. It was Bass Reeves. Okay, it was at 11:46 p.m. Gunn changed the soda can hit to the head. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah. He's not
Oh,
flinching.
yeah.
In the original trailer, when he got hit in the head, you saw Corn Sweat Superman flinch. You saw him blink his eyes and flinch. They cut that. They cut that out. I did notice that, and I did want to highlight that.